Hello, my name is Abhishek Mure. I scored 99.91 percentile in CET 2020. Today I am going to talk about my strategy for the verbal section. Verbal section is the section that can help an aspirant the most in CET. This is because CET is a time intensive exam. There are 150 minutes to solve 200 questions. Anything that gives you 50 questions without calculation is a boon, in my opinion. Verbal can be solved very quickly. The verbal ability questions do not have much content to read and thus can give you a nice boost when you finish them off. Momentum is important. Reading comprehension is basically an open book test. As long as you understand the passage, questions can be answered with at least 70% accuracy because many questions in CET are detail oriented. As opposed to this, in CAT, many questions are based on critical reasoning and require you to read the entire passage. So, if you prepare for CAT as well as CET, you can take advantage of this particular detail in CET exam. The amount of time needed to get 40 marks in verbal and 40 marks in LR or quant is very different. Even if accuracy in general is higher for quant or LR, I have found that starting the exam off with these sections reduced my accuracy. The reason was that it often takes us a few minutes to get into the zone of giving an exam. This time is tricky because accuracy and speed are both reduced a bit as compared to usual in the first 5 to 8 minutes. To take maximum advantage of this time, verbal ability questions are the ideal choice because they are easy and they do not consume much time. In this regard, the return on investment is the maximum for verbal section. Reading comprehension passages take up the most time in verbal, but for CET they are much easier than CAT passages. Even if your main target is CET, I suggest giving CAT just to get the added advantage for your preparation. On the note of preparation, verbal preparation is quite tricky. You cannot always tell if the answer you have marked is correct or not. Compare that with quant questions or LR questions. There is very little chance of your answer being wrong when your calculations are correct. The more your command over the English language, the better it is. For verbal, we sacrifice some accuracy for speed. Benjamin Franklin once said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Best way to maximize accuracy while maintaining speed is to read a lot. Reading helps in the following ways. 1. Reading will build your vocabulary. Vocabulary is something that cannot be memorized or cannot be learned. It has to be built, and the earlier you start, the better your vocabulary will be. Unfamiliar words in passages won't bother you anymore because while reading, you won't always have a dictionary. You will learn to infer the meaning of words from context, and this will help you a lot in reading comprehension because that is the main trick that is used by CAT and CET to confuse aspirants. Reading will expose you to different sentence structures. The advantage this offers can be best illustrated with an example. Imagine you hear a sentence in your mother tongue. There is a pretty good chance that you can instantly tell if the sentence is grammatically correct. How did you do that? Did you apply all the grammatical rules one by one? Or did the sentence just sound wrong to your ear and you realized that it was wrong? Something similar happens here. In CET, there are questions in which you are supposed to identify the grammatically wrong or correct sentence. These are called sentence correction questions and are predominantly present in the verbal ability section. Imagine if you could do the same thing in English that you can do in your mother tongue. If by simply reading a particular option you can identify if the sentence is grammatically correct or wrong, the minutes that it would take you to solve the MCQ by applying grammatical rules would be converted into just seconds required to just simply read the options. This time that can be saved can be put to good use in the later sections in LR or Quant, and it can help you get those two extra marks that will push you past the goal line. And you can achieve all this just by reading for a few months. MCQs, solving MCQs for verbal preparation is quite important because another type of question that appears in CET is parajumbles. The trick to solve parajumbles is to identify the first sentence, and all of my practice went towards getting this particular aspect correct. Half of the battle is won if you identify the first sentence correctly. This gets easier by solving MCQs. I found that if I solved parajumbles regularly during the week, I would get them correct in the mock test on the that particular weekend. But if I didn't, then no correct answers. So it's critical that you stay in touch with parajumbles. It isn't necessary to solve 50 questions a day. Even 4 5 are more than enough. Solving MCQs for other verbal ability questions is quite important as well. It will give you a feel of how fast you can go and improve your accuracy. RC passages take up the most amount of time in verbal section. My preparation for RC passages was centered around trying to complete them in as less time as possible. The thing about these passages is that they are taken from journals, newspapers, informative books, and editorials. So they can be on any topic, they are present on a variety of topics. And when you read about a particular topic, you'll find that solving questions on a passage based on the said topic is a lot easier than solving questions on some passage that you're not familiar with. This may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in the exam. For example, if you have read about astronomy and in the exam there comes a very lengthy passage on the advantages and disadvantages and the advantages and challenges faced by astronomy in modern era, then you can afford to simply skim the passage because you there is a very good chance you are already familiar with the content and you will know and understand the passage a lot faster. Accuracy in RC passages is dependent upon the student identifying the author's perspective and message correctly. If you get that wrong, you're not going to get marks. If the topic of the RC in the exam is something you are unfamiliar with, it will take you more time to understand the passage. It will take you more time to find out the author's perspective and find the answers. These extra minutes could end up costing you. So, your accuracy may also decrease due to the unfamiliarity. I recommend that you read as many books as possible for preparation. I also suggest that you read about as many topics as you can. Especially read editorials because they are written in a style that is unlike the one used in books, and if the passage in question has a similar style, then it will be to your advantage if you are used to reading such passages. When time is short and building vocabulary by reading is not an option, flashcards and a book called Word Power by Norman Lewis is especially useful. Word Power consists of 47 sessions designed to teach you about the roots of a particular family of words, their usage, and meaning. I recommend you use this book even if you are not pressed for time because it is very helpful. Now, strategy in the main exam. In the main exam itself, the time given to each section and subsection is critical. To get maximum momentum right off the bat, I started my exam with non-verbal questions and then solved the RCs. If the RC is particularly complicated or lengthy, I used to read the questions, not the options, just the questions, because reading the options biased my point of view and reduced my accuracy. So if you use this method, then I suggest you don't read the options. Then I used to skim the passage and read just the part that was pertinent to the question. This helps in solving RCs quickly, but it comes at a cost. One big disadvantage of this method is that you're not able to get a complete picture of the RC passage, so accuracy is reduced considerably. This is about my verbal strategy. If you are attempting CET 2021, I wish you all the best and I hope you do well.